What's going on, everyone? Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Thursday, everybody. NBA trade deadline day. So we've got a few hours here for some more trades to come through, but man, some more huge trades in the NBA last night after the stream yesterday. The craziest trade deadline I can remember. I'm sure there were some other big ones that I'm not thinking of, but this is definitely the biggest one in the last couple years, at least since I've been doing content. Like, this is the biggest one. I mean, these have just been monster trades on top of the surprise Luka trade. Even, De'Aaron Fox getting traded. He looked great in his first game with the Spurs. Perfect fit with Wemby. And then, we had some other supplementary trades. And then last night, again, huge trades. Jimmy Butler gets traded. I think that was yesterday on stream or the day before. I was like, I don't think he's going to get traded. I couldn't believe that somebody would take Jimmy Butler and then give him 2 years, 121 million. I was like speechless at that. I couldn't believe it. I don't know what the Warriors are doing. I tweeted that they need Bob Myers back. I think they do. It was just a terrible trade. I mean, he's 35 years old. Steph Curry is old. And you can already see it. As much as I love Steph Curry, he's arguably the best point guard ever. Him and Magic Johnson probably are the top two. He struggles to, and it's so weird to see it because if you've watched basketball and Steph Curry, it's tough to watch him this year, I think, personally, for me, because he is a shell of his former self. And that's not to say he can't have good games. That's not to say that they can't make the playoffs or anything like that. I'm not saying that. But if you look at even Steph Curry, the last time they won a title when they beat Boston, that was 3 years ago, right? Because we had the Warriors won, and then the Nuggets won, and then last year the Celtics won. So 3 years ago. If you look at Curry 3 years ago till now, it's night and day. He struggles to create his own shot. Like, he really can't just like get loose and get open. It's tough to watch, in my opinion. So he's old. Jimmy Butler's old. I don't understand the trade from the Warriors' perspective. The Miami Heat to finesse and get Andrew Wiggins and not have to pay Jimmy Butler is insane. I would rather have Andrew Wiggins than Jimmy Butler right now. Like, Jimmy Butler, if you look at his last 365 days, career lows in every metric you look at. Why would I want to pay that guy $60 million a year? I really don't understand it. So I have no idea what the Warriors are doing. That was a good trade for the Heat, in my opinion. Then later that night, we had Brandon Ingram get traded to Toronto. I like that move for Toronto. Don't honestly think they gave up that much to get Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram's he's never really developed into what we thought he was going to be, but I still think he's a very good player. I wanted the Cavs to get him a few years ago. They didn't obviously go that direction, but yeah, I thought that was a good trade for Toronto last night, picking up Brandon Ingram. And then an equally bigger trade, again, right at midnight. I was in bed. The Lakers trade for Mark Williams. I don't know what these teams are doing, allowing the Los Angeles Lakers to completely rebuild and reload their roster in a week and a half. Why are you giving the Lakers Mark Williams? Does anybody know? Honestly, the Lakers, they might have gave up more for Mark Williams than they did for Luka. Look, I'm a big Dalton Connect fan. I like him. He very, very suspect defense, and I don't know how much he can develop on that end of the floor. So from the Lakers' perspective, I'm pretty comfortable trading him. When the Lakers first made the Luka trade, I thought it was pretty clear. It's they're going to try and trade Rui. They're going to try and trade Austin Reeves. I never really went to they'll use Connect and kind of capitalize that while the value is still very, very high for him. And he's a very good offensive player. He's going to have some big games for Charlotte, especially on a bad team like that. He will have some great offensive games. I just don't know where he can go defensively as a player. So I thought that was smart from Rob Pelinka. I don't know what got into Rob Pelinka. I used to think he was a terrible GM. All of a sudden he comes out and these guys are just handing him these players. So that was a good trade for the Lakers. Mark Williams not only fits perfectly with LeBron and Luka, he has the upside to develop as a defender. A lot of people, when the trade first went down, I saw them commenting like, "Oh, he's been terrible this year defensively. He's not good on defense." Like, yeah, that's been true. He's struggled with injury, first of all, and two, he's on a terrible team. How engaged defensively are you on the Charlotte Hornets? There's no way for us to quantify that statistically because if you think back to the Dallas Mavericks last year when they traded for PJ Washington, I remember people saying the same thing. PJ Washington, he was supposed to be good on defense. He's not good on defense. He's actually terrible on defense. Well, he's playing on a terrible team. And when you look at PJ Washington now, compared to how he was valued a year ago, he's good on defense. He regularly is, taking on a top assignment for the Dallas Mavericks defensively. So I think we could see a similar aspect from that. Like Mark Williams has the ceiling to be a very good NBA defensive player. He hasn't been this year, but he's on a terrible team. He struggled with injuries. Maybe he locks in more on the Lakers and they can get the best out of him. He's 23 years old. He's shown a ton of upside. They need a big man. And like I said, they need a guy like that just gels perfectly with Luka. And I don't know if the report was true. I saw that Luka said that when he played with someone similar to Daniel Gafford, that's when he was better because I know they said the Lakers were looking at some of those like buyout bigs or like a Steven Adams type. So if that report's true, kudos to the Lakers. I don't think they'll go win a title or anything, but I think the Lakers are in a spot to compete this year and at least make a playoff run. I don't think I would take them over Oklahoma City in a series right now. I don't think I would take them. I would need to think. But I don't think they're going to win the title or anything. But I think the Lakers did an amazing job. And they might not be done. There may be another trade. We still have 4 or 5 hours. I could see one of these other wing players, one of these other scorers. Chicago comes to mind. Like they just re-signed Alonzo, the Bulls. So we could see maybe Kobe White get traded. We could see maybe Ayo get traded. Maybe the Lakers would call about one of them. I think the Hawks are open for business and a couple other teams as well. So I don't think the Lakers are done, but I love what they've done so far. I think they can compete. I would be looking for the Cavs to make a move, whether it be for Cam Johnson, DeAndre Hunter. I saw they were close to DeAndre Hunter. So similar. They're looking for like a bigger wing guy. Potentially looking at that matchup with Boston because as it stands right now, I don't think I could take, and I said this yesterday, I don't think I could take the Cavs over the Celtics in a 7-game series, but they're close. They don't have much size on the wing to match up with Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. So, they really have to play perfectly offensively to beat them. They've beat them 1 out of 3 games that they've played this year. So I think right now it'd probably be like a Boston in 6 situation. But maybe, I would like them to get Cam Johnson. It seems like that's not likely, though. It sounds like it's more likely DeAndre Hunter. So we'll see what happens there. I can't believe the Miami Heat. Like, I don't understand why you would take on Jimmy Butler and give him that money, but whatever. And could be some other moves too. We'll see who else is. I'm sure we'll get a flurry of like these smaller trades before the deadline. So lots of fun there in the NBA. Look, the NBA, a lot of people were kind of like fed up with it. So this has kind of brought some more excitement back to it, I feel like. So hopefully they can capitalize on it. Hopefully the playoffs are good. I always like the NBA playoffs. It's just, the casual fan, probably not going to watch the regular season, but I think the playoffs, even the last few years, have all been very good. The playoffs are always good. So should be another good postseason here for the NBA, and we'll see what happens the rest of the day. We also have the Phoenix Open started. Let me pull up the leaderboard there. I tweeted out the card last night. I took Scotty parlayed with Devonta Smith anytime touchdown in the Super Bowl. So we got Scotty up from plus 280 to like plus 1,200 almost. And then we took some longer shots on Siwoo Kim, Kurt Kitayama, and Sahith Thagala. So that was our 3 others. I'll look throughout the weekend. Maybe there'll be a spot to jump in on someone live. We'll do some 3-ball parlays tomorrow and Saturday. I want to see kind of how guys are playing today. So I didn't give one out today, but we'll definitely do one tomorrow and Saturday. Scotty doesn't go off till later today, I think, like 2:45 or something, 2:44. So yeah, we'll monitor that throughout the day, and we'll talk about it. Oh, also announcement, if you guys are watching this, stream tomorrow is going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern, not 11 a.m. Eastern. So 2-hour delay on the stream tomorrow. I'll still be live. It's just going to be at 1 p.m., not 11. So maybe that'll help some of you guys. I know you guys work and stuff, so hopefully maybe some more people can join in at 1 than 11. It'd be fun, but all right. Let's talk a little Super Bowl. I gave out my favorite prop yesterday here, and I tweeted it, which was the Devonta Smith over longest reception. I got it at 20.5. Some people found it on another book at 19.5. So if you can get 19.5, that's even better. But I feel really good about it. That's a 2-unit prop for me. Tomorrow, we're going to talk firmer, like props, not even like player props, like game props and stuff. I think I want to bet. I've never bet for there to be an octopus in the Super Bowl, but this feels like a game where we could see it. So I actually might bet it, even though it's terrible. Like there's no EV in betting stuff like that, but I really don't care because it's the Super Bowl. Like we're looking to have some fun. I could see like a Jalen Hurts, tush push and then run one in, or Saquon Barkley could get an octopus. I could see that happening. We've got a podcast coming out when this stream ends. It'll be on the Rolling Insights YouTube. Steve and I talked about our top 5 Super Bowl moments, but I gave out a bold prediction on there, and I think I want to bet this, especially because if you've been watching the streams, we took Saquon Barkley's Super Bowl MVP before the playoffs started, and we got it like 22, 23 to 1. So we already have that ticket. So I don't even need to like really bet on a side of the game, because if the Eagles somehow win, which I don't know if they will, but if they do, I mean, we've got a 22 to 1 Saquon MVP ticket. And then I think I want to bet Devonta Smith. If I could find the odds for it, here we go. He's 65 to 1. So we hit, it wasn't this long of odds, but if you guys remember, we hit Cooper Kupp Super Bowl MVP in that Super Bowl that the Rams won. And again, yes, Saquon, he's plus 250. It's most likely that Saquon wins Super Bowl MVP if the Eagles win the game, especially because Kansas City's run defense is a little suspect, especially in the explosive run game. James Cook was gashing them. So, it's very likely Saquon has a good game in the situation where the Eagles win and he wins Super Bowl MVP. But there's also a situation where maybe Saquon has 80 yards and a touchdown, right? And then maybe Jalen Hurts has no tush pushes, but he throws 2 or 3 touchdowns. And Devonta Smith, there's a situation where Devonta Smith has multiple touchdowns, right? And AJ Brown's down at 35 to 1. You could maybe do that. But I think I would take the longer odds on Devonta Smith, because of the success he's had against the Kansas City Chiefs. I think there's more room for them to do like a trick play with Devonta Smith, I think. I've been trying to think this through, but man, and he has the big game pedigree, man. Like some things are bigger than anything else you can quantify. Hello from the UK. Hello. Do you watch American football? Someone on YouTube said hello from the UK. Do you watch American football over there? I don't know. Will you be watching the Super Bowl? Devonta Smith has big game pedigree. He's won the Heisman Trophy. He's won a national championship in college. Now he can win a Super Bowl. Do you guys remember what he did in that national championship game against Ohio State? He had like 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now, obviously, that has nothing to do with this game, but I'm just saying he's got big game pedigree. He did well in the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure he got tackled at like the 1 in their last Super Bowl, which is no shocker there because, the the Eagles get tackled at the 1 every year. Have to watch it at 2 a.m. Wow, that's like commitment. If you watch that at 2 a.m., that's some commitment right there. Do you have like a favorite? Do you have like a team you support? I mean, I watch English soccer. I don't know. I'm a sad Tottenham fan, so they're so bad. Makes me sad. I'm going to pull this up. Hold on. Let me see. I'm like 99% sure Devonta Smith got tackled at the 1-yard line in that Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl. Let's see. Kenneth Gainwell should have had the first touchdown. I forgot it got overturned. That's hilarious. Let's see. Maybe this one. Nope. I think it was at the end of the game, no? Yeah, right here. He got tackled at the 2. Jalen Hurts passed deep left to Devonta Smith for 45 yards. He was tackled at the 2. Jalen Hurts 2-yard rush, and then a 2-point conversion attempt. Jalen Hurts rush. So Jalen Hurts had an octopus in that game. So yeah, I could see that happening. I'm gonna bet that, but I think I'm gonna dabble a little bit on. Oh, you're an Eagles fan? Welcome. I am also massive Jalen Hurts fan, so I root for the Eagles. So welcome in. You're welcome here anytime as an across the pond Eagles fan. Welcome in. I also root for the Eagles. I'm curious how you found this live stream if you're in the UK. Like, can I ask that? Jim, you said, I like Barkley up the ladder for receiving yards, plus 1450 for over 60 yards. Yeah, I think that's an interesting angle. Let me see what Casey's done against receiving backs. Let's take a look here. I think that's an interesting angle. I just have this feeling, man. Sometimes you get the feeling. I just have a feeling that this is a Devonta Smith game. I think he's going to go crazy. 2024 targets. They didn't face a ton of targets. Kind of middle of the pack. Middle of the pack in receptions. Middle of the pack in yards. I'd have to dig into like the actual analytics, not just the surface stats. But I don't hate that angle. Like, these teams have 2 weeks to prepare. They're gonna have to have wrinkles. I was bored, so I was looking at Sports Live. That's so funny. All right, well, we go live every day at 11 a.m. And you watch the Warriors. What's your thoughts? We were just talking about. What's your thoughts on the Warriors Jimmy Butler trade? I didn't think it was particularly a good trade for the Warriors, but maybe they'll prove me wrong. Jim, I might be curious what Steve Spagnuolo comes up with to stop, quote unquote. I don't think you can stop Saquon Barkley, but just quote unquote stop him, because I still think if the Bills ran the ball more, they would have won the game. I don't understand why they stopped going to James Cook. I don't understand why he barely had any carries. They gave him the ball one time. Or like one drive, they fed him, and they went right down the field and scored. I don't understand it. I think it's okay because of age, and Wiggins is much better defensively than Butler. But yeah, we'll see. I think Andrew Wiggins is underrated, though. I know a couple of my friends are big Warriors fans, so I'm kind of in tune to the Warriors like online community on Twitter. And I feel like they never gave him a fair shake, I guess. Like, it seemed like Warriors fans, I'm not saying you specifically, but the ones that I've seen, they kind of devalued him almost. Like, I think he's better than they give him credit for. I think he's under. Yeah, he's under. I completely agree with you. I don't know why he got like a bad rap, I guess. Sepp Straka is already 2 under. If this guy, I'm going to feel so bad if we didn't bet on him and then he does this again. Like, why did I not? I should have just did it. Do you have a EPL team you support? Hopefully they're better than Tottenham if you do, because my team's in the basement. They might as well get relegated, this team. I mean, we're in 14th place right now. What are we doing here? Not long ago, we were in the Champions League final. Now we're sitting down here. Tottenham and Manchester United just in the basement. Oh, makes me sick. I don't even want to look at this standings. Manchester United. Oh, you're in the same boat as me. What what a fall from grace for Manchester United. I mean, Tottenham has always had the reputation of never winning anything, but Manchester United, I mean, this is a top team, or should be. I don't know what's going on over there, but they're struggling too. What do you think about the Doncic trade? Yeah, I thought the Lakers robbed the Mavericks blind. I'm a big Luka fan. He's like my favorite player, so I guess I'm a little bit biased in that sense. But even the Lakers giving Mark Williams last night, I don't understand why these teams are just giving the Lakers young players. I don't understand it. I really don't. Mark Williams fits so good with Luka, and we'll see what happens the rest of this year. I don't think they're going to win, but I think they can compete. And I mean, I think Luka will do great there. I feel bad for him though. Like, I still think he's kind of like, he just seems like shell shocked that he got traded. I don't know what their GM's doing. The guy's, it's crazy because he's made several very good trades, and now he's like, I don't know, he like went off the rails. I don't know if he got a big ego because he's made some good trades and like they went to the finals last year or what. I don't know, but I don't like what he's been doing the last. Even the trade, we didn't even talk about this trade yesterday, chat. The trade that Dallas made where they traded Quentin Grimes for Martin. What was that? Quentin Grimes is better. Why would they go get? I didn't understand that trade either. That was strange. Did not understand that one. Sounds like Luka's playing Saturday though, so we'll be tapped into that. That should do pretty well in ratings. Jason Kidd did look mad. Yeah, he looked not happy. I feel bad for him. Not that I mean, he's kind of like, you can say whatever you want about him, like as a person, but yeah, he kind of got roped into that. He just had to sit there and act like he was all for that. Yeah, he did look mad. All right, we got a lot of viewers on Twitter today. Shout out to you guys. I don't really have any bets for you guys today. I haven't looked at the college basketball yet. Thursday's pretty light day typically. So we'll be dialed in tomorrow. There is Ohio State, Maryland tonight. Ohio State's at home. I kind of like them, even though Maryland's good. I kind of like Ohio State at home, but I haven't made any firm choices yet. If I take anything, I'll tweet it out. I took one bet last night in college. It was another winner. We took Michigan first half team total, and they easily went over that. So that was good. So I think we've hit our last 4 sides college basketball. But we'll have a lot of plays for Saturday. We'll talk about Saturday tomorrow. So tomorrow will be Super Bowl and Saturday college basketball look ahead lines. We'll do that tomorrow. But like I said, stream is 2 hours later. Tomorrow it's at 1 p.m. Eastern, not 11 a.m. So be sure to tune to that if you want some Super Bowl stuff. I'll also be live on Super Bowl Sunday at 11 a.m. And then I'm going to go on another stream. Oh, hey, good luck on your exam. Thanks for tuning in, man. Subscribe to the YouTube, but we go live every day. I'd love to chat with you some more. I'll be live on the playerprops.ai YouTube stream. They're going live at 3 p.m. on Super Bowl Sunday. So you're getting 2 streams from me on Sunday, one here and playerprops.ai, 3 p.m. Eastern. I'll be live there as well. So tons of content coming from me this weekend. Good luck with your guys' bets tonight. I'm going to hop off. We'll be live tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll talk Super Bowl, college basketball, all that good stuff. Good luck, and I'll see everybody tomorrow.